Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. I hope everyone is having a fine Friday so far. Let's see, we've got a couple people here already. We've got Brandy Lynn and Stardust and Scarlett, and Amber is here. Welcome, welcome. Oh, something fun and exciting is in the air. You're so excited. That's so cool. Yeah, I've been feeling, the eclipse energies are what they are, but I've been feeling pretty good actually. Not gonna lie, I've been feeling pretty good. Yeah. Nikita or Nikita, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I say the top news that we are dealing with over here anyway is the whole PayPal thing. So the whole thing happened about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I think, where they did this whole hate speech, misinformation, which I'm all for, not saying mean things to people. I don't do that anyway. And I don't have any fear that I'm using hate speech. But the whole misinformation thing is what gets me, because who is the one that determines the truth? And, everybody's got an opinion. And if your opinion differs from PayPal, you might be susceptible to a $2,500 fine per instance. And say someone at PayPal comes to my videos and is like, I don't agree with this. Times how many videos do I have, or how many times I say something? Like, I just can't, I don't think I can run that risk if it's implemented, because they said, no, that's not what's happening here. We didn't say that, but they did say that and it got released. But you think a company, a big corporation like PayPal would have at least 7 gatekeepers before they release something, to make sure it's legal, to make sure it's what they want, to make sure the wording is right. But the wording is so ambiguous, they could come after you for just about anything. And that's scary to me. I don't like that kind of, I was calling it in my post, like economic terrorism, like that. No. When you start, it's basically fining you for free speech, and I'm not here for that. Yes, I agree we should all not call people names and not be, hateful to people. I absolutely agree with that. But when you start telling people what they can and can't say, that's where I have a problem, because everybody has a voice, even if we don't want to hear specific voices. If we start censoring one thing, it's like a huge downward spiral. Like, where do we draw the line? Like, where do you draw the line? So yeah, that's why I'm a little leery about just moving forward with PayPal. I mean, today we are, just because I haven't grabbed another solution. But my biggest takeaway from just I haven't had a lot of time to research, but just the tiny bit of research I've done, I'm thinking Google Pay, because it does offer for international clients, or energy and money exchange. And I know I do have a lot of international people that come over here and would like to participate, and I do not want to exclude them. So we may be possibly looking a couple of different avenues just to see, maybe Google Pay and something else. And someone else suggested Venmo, which I've heard decent things about Venmo, but I also heard, and I haven't fact checked this or anything, but I also heard they are also owned by PayPal, which until recently I would have had no problem with that. But now I'm kind of like, slippery slope. And I don't know that I want to skate on that slippery slope. So I'm open to any and all options you guys have. I know of Venmo, PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Cash App. I'm sure there's many, many more. There's just a lot of different ones. But the problem is, I want to be able to offer one that is kind of the more, I guess, popular one that is also international, so more people have a chance of actually having that. You know what I mean? It's just the whole thing. And I've been with PayPal for like 17, 18 years. Like, when I first started selling things on eBay way back in like 2004, 2005, I had PayPal and haven't had any issues. No, they never held any of my funds. They've never had any. I've had one dispute, but I mean, it was very quickly resolved. I got my money from a seller that I paid and never received my item. Like, that's the extent of my issues with PayPal. And I know other people have had issues getting hacked, and I thankfully have never had any of those issues. But when I start seeing terms of service that are not just telling me, I mean, I understand you tell me what to do on your platform, that's one thing, but when you start telling me what I can and can't say off your platform, that's a big no from me. I don't know about you guys. What do you think? Am I being too dramatic here? I mean, my, I guess livelihood would be on the line if they just didn't agree with something. Not to say I'm important enough that they'd come after me, but like, you just don't know. I mean, there's AI algorithms that'll run through things and search for keywords. And if you say it, that might alert some system somewhere. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And again, I'm not a hateful person. I'm not mean. I don't want anyone to ever feel, bad about the words I say, but I'm not purposely out here trying to spread misinformation. Just I see the world a lot different than, the mainstream allows us to believe is possible. I see beyond that, and I always have. So I can't just pretend that what I see and sense and know and feel doesn't exist just because it doesn't go with the mainstream. So I can't put myself in a box to go along, oh, that's misinformation. Well, maybe to you it's misinformation, but to me, I'm literally seeing an entity right now, or I can see auras, or I can sense this or that, but you're telling me mainstream that that's misinformation. That's not possible. That's beyond the realm of what's a potential. When I know to be otherwise, that would be considered misinformation according to mainstream. And I don't know, it's just slippery slope. Yeah, so we're going to get into our collective reading. I don't see that I have any donations, so this might be just a quick, short and sweet live stream, because I'm allowing for 5 donation spots today, so the donation list is wide open. And if you are new here and would like to know information about the readings, you can look in the description below. We are not doing the free question mosh pit today, but I am doing a free collective reading at the beginning. So if you are posting questions, just feel free. If you would like that question answered guaranteed, you can always send your donation. And all your donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019, and she's still living in her camper. And I'm hoping to get her out of that situation and into a forever home, or at least a better temporary home until we can get the forever home. Yeah, money is a strong way to create a vote to companies. Yeah, absolutely. And if I don't agree with the moral standing of this company, basically censoring people they don't agree with, I mean, that's a slippery slope. Where do you draw the line? Maybe their religious beliefs are different than mine, or whatever. And like, where do you draw a line? It's already a gray area, but like, where do you draw the line? So I don't know that I can agree with that. But I did read more recently that no, that's not what's happening. But it was in their terms of service. I read it with my own eyes. I went there through my own PayPal account, read the terms of service, and that verbiage is in there. So I don't know. Do your own research about, is this true? Is this not? I mean, I would say PayPal's doing the misinformation. They already lied to us saying, no, we're not doing this. But then they snuck it in there like 2 to 3 weeks after the fact, saying, no, we didn't mean it. We didn't mean it. When they had that huge backlash, I mean, so many people were up in arms. People closed their accounts. I even was on Twitter last night. People were trying to close their accounts, but they were locked from being able to close their accounts. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Enough of that. But we're going to get into our collective reading. So what do we need to know? Yeah, it really is bringing up a lot in the face of people. And you can, like the PayPal situation, like Amber said here, with the eclipse. The PayPal situation is, you can tell me you didn't say that, but I have it in plain bold face type on your website, you saying it. You can't lie or tell me I'm posting misinformation if I'm reading it on your website and I'm saying this is what you said and you're like, no, we didn't mean it. You're the one spreading the misinformation, not me. Yeah, well, so many people out there have done, there's a guy named Grease Monkey Videos. I think that's what it's called. Or his other channel is High Impact Flicks. He gets a little into the whole, like calling out politicians and stuff. So he really goes in, and he's been kicked off of Facebook. He's been kicked off of like all platforms, including PayPal and Patreon, because what he says they don't agree with. So, but he has a good point. He's not interjecting anything into it that's not in print on their website. So if you want to check that out, I don't have a direct link, but you can also just Google PayPal news or PayPal terms of service misinformation, and you could probably read up on it and know a little more. But yeah, well, they already did retract it 3 weeks ago. That's the weird thing. They retracted it 3 weeks ago. Like, no, we didn't mean that. We didn't mean that. But then it's on their website. So they left it. They didn't take it away. It's still there. I don't know. They better fix it or I'm gone. I'm just saying. And I don't think it would be a bad idea to have a couple alternatives to PayPal anyway, even if they do make this right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have done, so they don't even, yeah, exactly. Okay, collective reading. We're in the thick of these eclipse energies. What do we need to know? Ooh, Ten of Swords. So we might be stressed out, a little overwhelmed with some things. But again, this is such a bright and hopeful Ten of Swords depiction because she's standing up. There's no swords poking into her. There's like a sunrise on the horizon, and she's looking into the future, like ready for a new day. At least when I look at it, she's looking into what I see as like, okay, this is the past, this is the future, direction-wise. Yeah, so she's looking to the east. But yeah, we're closing out. This is the ending of something. We are closing out that is really bringing us a lot of stress. So that being said, there might be a lot of stress going on. If you're kind of like me and feeling kind of in the flow, a little perturbed by maybe PayPal a little bit, but otherwise, no worse for wear. You're feeling okay. Maybe you're through the thick of this. But others of you, maybe this weekend, just do some self-love, self-care, just to make sure any cycles and toxicities that are leaving and closing out of your life, that you just allow them to flow. Oh, wow, we got a lot going on. Yeah, wow, a lot of wand energy. 3 wands, and then there's our Hierophant that just keeps following us around lately. But the first wand that came out was the 9 of Wands. So this is keep going. We're almost to that finish line. Anyone dealing with this yuckiness, we're on the tail end of this, at least for now. You know, cycles that come and go. Oh, by the way, I remember the crown on the pillow that came up in my reading a few days ago. Karma is coming back to my people. I think it was about first British Asian Prime Minister. Oh my goodness, yes, I saw that. That is so amazing. Yeah, there's just a rebalancing of power going on as well. But look, this like redistribution of power. So this is such a collaborative 5 of Wands. In the normal depiction, they're using the wands to kind of fight each other. But in this, it's like they're stacking them together to help each other ascend or help each other level up. Thank you. Gotta love it. Witch vibes. I'm actually volunteering at Wrigley School right after this. Maybe not like right after this because I don't have any donations. So this might be real quick. But after a little bit. I just want to give myself a nice buffer time so I could eat lunch. I got to film the daily videos for next week really quick and all of that. So I want to make sure I had enough time, so I bumped this a little earlier. But we also have the King of Wands himself. So you are taking power back. Not that, here's the deal. Our power is never really actually gone from us. It's more the illusion of the power being gone from us that is what we kind of agree to. But once we decide, I'm not agreeing to this person, this situation, this company, whatever it is, I'm not allowing that, you know, I'm not here for it. And then you reclaim your power and say, nah, I'm in my own zone. I'm going to find something that actually works for me to climb to the heights that I am seeking. That's what you're doing this weekend. I really do see this as like a power grab, but you grabbing that power back for yourself, not taking anyone else's power, but just, you know, the illusion that your power was taken, you're reclaiming it, bringing it, calling it back home to yourself, because that is where it belongs, is with you. All right, what else? What else do we need to know for this weekend? Next week or so, probably energetically. Amber, crown games, right use of power. And what were we just talking about? So this goes hand in hand with what we just were talking about the crown on the pillow and the Prime Minister. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for your donation. We will get right into this for you very soon here. Wow, what a generous donation as well. Thank you. But the number 8, this is us taking action to reclaim what is rightfully ours. Even if it's just very silently, we're just calling that power back. It's not us having to go out and find it. It already is existing within us. We just need to call it home. It's like a dog whistle. I'm hearing humans don't hear the dog whistle really, but like spirits like that really weird, like whistly sound with the dog whistle, like, and the dog can hear it from miles around, or I don't know. I don't know how far, fact check me on the distance, or don't, PayPal. Thank you very much. Whatever distance it is, dogs can hear that whistle and humans can't. It's like you're using that dog whistle to call all of your aspects home. Yeah. Yeah, this little light of mine. Yeah, that's very beautiful. I love that. And that's such a powerful like song to allow to get stuck in your head. I love that one. The other one, the song that's actually been stuck in my head, I heard it one time, and I actually talked about this. I think it was the Path Ahead pick a card that I did. I think it was dropped earlier this week. Was the new song by Taylor Swift. And if you haven't heard it yet and you're not like a fan, don't go seek it out because it will get stuck in your head, and it's not a good vibe. I do not get. I get like creepy chills from that song. I don't know if it's backmasked with something or some sort of subliminal we don't want to hear, but the hook of the song is like, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. And then that gets stuck in your head and you're saying all day, I'm the problem, it's me, over and over and over. Like at least I have been the past few days. And it will not leave me. And I've asked it to go away. And it to me feels like there's some sort of energetic attachment to that song. I mean, free will, all of you do what you want. If that song empowers you, please listen to it. It's your prerogative. But for me, I'm steering so clear of anything she releases. That's all I'm going to say about that. But again, PayPal don't come for me. But it's just been stuck in my head, stuck in my head, stuck in my head. So because I can't get it out of my head, I've been saying, I'm amazing, it's me. So if I'll say I'm the problem, I'm like, nope, let's reverse that. I'm amazing, it's me. And I literally heard that song one time. I did not seek that song out. Someone else used her song on their like TikTok video, and then they posted it to their YouTube story. And it was a creator I follow. It was actually Heart Breathings. If Brandy Lynn is here, she used it with her washi tape, which was a cute video and everything. I'm like, oh, I don't know this song. What is it? And then it was just in my head. It was just in my head, and I couldn't get it out. I haven't heard the rest of the song. It was just that like hook part of it, and I can't. I gotta do some energy clearing or something. I find a lot of her songs quite something that I would like to avoid due to the wording. Yeah, the wording. Yeah, it's like tragic love story song after another. Yeah. And I don't think she's a bad person. I'm not like trying to say she's evil or anything. No. It's just the industry. And I don't know. There's something about it that just makes me want to anytime. And they're very catchy songs, but I think that's for a purpose or a reason. They just get stuck in your head like hooks, like claws. And it's okay if you like her, Michelle. No worries. Because everybody is on their own path, and maybe for you it has beautiful, positive stuff. But for me, I just know it's not for me. And again, I like her music. That's the bad thing is I just a lot of those songs like Shake It Off and Teardrops on My Guitar. I mean, they're beautiful songs, but like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay. So we had, yes, Crown Games, right use of power. Let's get one more for our collective, and then we're going to get into the super chat reading for Silence Within. Okay, so last card for all of us in the collective, and we still have 4 donation spots available. Ooh, we have your deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Like I was saying, this energy that we're moving through. And, I just heard spiritual warfare, and that's like a buzzword that's really been going around, the spiritual community lately. It's nothing new. Spiritual warfare has been going on since, the fall of this planet to what it is now, and, the now ascending up higher. It's just something we've constantly been dealing with. And one way is maybe, the music that just gets stuck in our head. That's one way of them using the spiritual warfare or, energy weapons or whatever it is. But we have the ability every single time to say, I do not consent, or no, I rebuke you. I'm not the problem. I'm amazing. Just reword it to something that's actually going to work for you. But this weekend, today, tomorrow, the next day, and kind of going, they're really showing me like a week timeline. Just really take it easy, especially because we're still in the 2 weeks of this eclipse corridor. And between eclipses can be a very tumultuous time, very emotional time for a lot of people. A lot of stuff from the past just comes up, or things, problems that aren't even on your radar will come up. I'm not saying we're borrowing trouble by waiting for these things to happen. No, just, resting, recuperating, use the best use of your energy. Where would your energy best be used for your highest good? Is it watching TV to unwind at night, or is it journaling instead, or is it meditation, or is it going out in nature, or is it playing with your kids, or what's best for you during these times? And not having to feel like you have to hustle and get so many things done. I know I'll call myself out on that because I've just been in grind mode lately, but I feel, for me at least, it's a season of life where I'm feeling good about that. But then I tend to always overdo it, and then I'm like, burnout. But I'm trying to temper that. So make sure you guys are trying to temper that for yourselves as well. Okay, so silence within. We're going to go ahead and get into your question. What message does Source have for silence within, please, Spirit? Message. And thanks for your very generous donation. It's so sweet. Message for silence within. What message does Spirit have? Ooh. So there might have been some confusion or misunderstanding, or just really unsure, kind of feeling, I know this is her hair they're kind of pulling at here, but I'm almost feeling it like sticky, like slime, like I just can't get all of this off. And to me, it feels very cerebral, very in your head, like thoughts that just keep popping in, kind of like what we were talking about with the song that just keeps playing on loop in my head. Maybe these are thoughts of people, or maybe a song that's stuck in your head that's just not serving you. There's a lot going on mentally that you stable. Hopefully you guys can see me. Put like a 222 if you can see me and hear me and I'm not like cutting out, because I don't want to keep doing silence within's reading and then it's all cut off. Hopefully. Okay, good. Amber can see me. Michelle can see me. Okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we got this. But yes, silence within. There's this unbalanced energy, specifically with maybe your physical body as well, just feeling really run down, really tired, or maybe really energized one minute and then just like crash and burn the next. There's a balancing, a recalibration going on with your energy to really help you with that. And the same thing with the mental, like just all the mental stuff coming up and going on, and just feeling almost like a slave to your like thoughts, I guess. But this is clearing out. This is moving out of your life. So what is coming in to help? Yes, your own power, reclaiming your own sovereignty. Look at this. And doing it with laughter. So, that saying, laughter really is the best medicine. I think that is just such a great way to go. I mean, of course, if you're really feeling down and really want to process those emotions and allow them to flow, of course, do that. But then that's the point, is, do I keep feeling low, or do I try to do what I can to bring myself back up? Yes, this is what you're doing. Laughter really is the best medicine for you. But let's see what else Spirit has for silence within. Yes, because you're ready for something new. You're ready for some fresh energy, a new project, a new beginning, something that's really lighting you up and exciting you is what's coming in to replace all this unbalanced and, kind of confused and chaotic kind of energy where you maybe even feel stuck in a situation or just unsure of your next steps. But that Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, is throwing that up in the air like, yes, this is my time to shine. Like, that is what's going on here, is being ready to reclaim your sovereignty to move forward. This could even have to do with your money or your career, something you're doing or something you're spending a lot of time doing that has been feeling very frustrating for you lately. There's a correction coming to this, because you have it almost feels to me like you're kind of like, well, what else do I have to experience for things to get better? Well, you've kind of hit that, bottom point. Now you're working your way back up. So and to me, this feels like the last few months. So if you've been feeling okay lately, silence within, this is just letting you know you're just going to keep feeling better and better and better, because we're really kind of tuning in, or Spirit's bringing forward kind of the energy of the past few months or so, where you just felt kind of stuck or blah, or just ready for some excitement, and that is coming in. It's beautiful. Reading on point. Yes. Yes, queens. Yes, kings. What else for silence within? Yes, because you have been feeling this like anxiety, stress, maybe even depression, just in your head, letting others' words get you, or even thoughts about yourself just from, what happened in the past, or, beating yourself up for not being good enough or far enough or whatever. We all can get into this energy. But here's the thing. This is what she's actually experiencing right here. And this is a reflection. So what's really going on is so different from what you think. So you think you're stuck. You think you're not good enough. You think you're not far enough yet, silence within. But guess what? That's not true at all. You are exactly where you need to be, experiencing exactly what you need to help evolve yourself. I mean, she looks like she's almost praying, like the hands are kind of like up, at least by the, the reflection, that's where her hands are. But down here, there is no binding. There's no bondage around her. She has no blindfold on. She can see clearly. And it's beautiful in this depiction because she's not looking directly at the mirror. It's like or is this a mirror? Yeah, it looks like a mirror, or maybe it was funny because I thought it was a mirror initially, and then I'm like, well, maybe it's a bathtub. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a mirror. It's like she's no longer looking in the mirror and believing the lie. It's like she's looking at what's actually in front of her, like, yeah, this is what's true. So let's see what good stuff is coming in to shift all of this more stuff and kind of yucky energy you had been in. Yeah. Yes. This is the Magician. This is you being the one to take this new inspiration, or maybe even divine like download from spirit, and really take this in a direction that you feel like you're the one in charge of your ascension, or your growth, your forward progress, your forward momentum in your work, in your personal life, in your relationships. I don't just see one area of life. I see so many. I got such chills. I see so many areas of life. It's like you're in like a Pluto or tower moment thing, that it's all though for your highest good. That Pluto comes in to destroy what's not actually authentically ours. The tower comes in to crumble what's not true and authentic to us as well. This is you allowing the parts that aren't you to fall away so that you can really build what is you on a soul level, to become this beautiful new tower. And just step up to your beautiful light. And you might even feel like, I feel so disconnected from my spirit team. I feel so disconnected from source. I feel so disconnected from my own higher self. But that's not true ever. It's just, again, we feel or think, or sometimes we think we know that we're disconnected, but we could never be disconnected. It's just we live in such a dense world and energy that it's hard to feel that light and that higher self a lot of times. But when we can really clear a lot of that baggage we've been carrying around, past traumas, wounds, resentments, even stuff from past lives, entities, energy vampires, just everything going on the news. I mean, it's a lot for any one of us. But you've been carrying a big burden that you have been slowly healing and releasing. And that's a word too, release. We're not wanting to use that word anymore, because means to do something again, and lease means to sign a contract. Well, we don't want to sign a contract again on the things we're trying to let go of. So let go, transmute. And that's the beauty of the Magician, is the Magician will let go, will transmute anything that is not true. And I mean true in the highest sense of the word, like in alignment with source. Anything that is not in true alignment with source, or the source of your soul, who you are on a soul level, it will and may fall away. Maybe not all at once, because that would just be too much of a shock to any one of us. But slowly and carefully, like an onion, we're peeling off layers and layers of who we are not, to really get to the heart of who we are, that beautiful light. And layers, or steps and steps and steps. That's what we're doing, and that's what you're doing, is peeling off these layers, or going one step at a time inward to your light, to then allow it to shine even brighter. So it's a big spiritual up level, emotional, mental, and physical. And with your relationships, with your job, ways you make money, what you spend your time doing in your free time, taking care of yourself. All of this is shifting and changing in a much better way, or in a something that's going to serve your growth and evolution even more. What else does silence within me to know? Get these two. Okay, so yes, we have arrival with first house, and there's that Pluto. Rebirth. That's exactly what we're talking about here. We've got the number 27, which adds up to 9, which is closing out those cycles of feeling stuck, stagnant, or just, carrying around all that baggage. It's just not you anymore. You're letting that go to have your rebirth. And specifically with the first house, it's funny because I actually have Pluto in my first house. So people always think I got Scorpio energy when I don't have any planets. Well, I have Uranus in Scorpio, but as far as like main planets, I don't have any of those in Scorpio, and I don't have a sun, moon, rising, definitely not in Scorpio, second house. But with Pluto in the first house, a lot of people will, think I'm a Scorpio, or, oh wow, you've got such like transformational, I don't know, something. Scorpio is not all, they get a bad rap. I absolutely adore Scorpios. My son is a double Scorpio. My mom is a double Scorpio. Scorpios are amazing. My brother's a Scorpio as well, Scorpio's son. But yes, this first house, Silence Within, this is you. This is your body. This is your personality. This is how you show up on this planet. Your ascendant, your rising sign is being rebirthed. So everything you stand for, everything you want to accomplish, and you have all of these dreams within your heart that you maybe even in the past said, oh, what a great dream, but like it'll never happen. No. You're coming to realize that anything can happen, and you are the one in charge of when, how much, how often, where, who, what, when, why, all the questions. You're the one in charge of all of that. On a soul level, for sure, but allowing more of your human aspects to kind of surrender to that higher self, to become that alchemist, to, that magician, to be able to transmute anything that is not serving you energetically into something, using that, more negative energy, toxic energy in your life, transmuting that into something that will actually benefit your life is huge. And here's a book suggestion they're giving me for you. Vampire's Way to Psychic Self-Defense by John Creator. Or Kreider, I'm not sure how you say that. Look that book up. All of you can, but specifically for Silence Within, it is a great way to, especially if you do feel there's a lot of spiritual warfare coming at you, or entities, or dark energy, or, a lot of people don't believe in that, but, to each their own. Even just, someone in your life that you feel is toxic, or every time you're around them, you just feel like you need a nap because they've taken all your energy. That's a form of energy vampirism or vampirism. But this is about taking that energy, that seemingly, negative energy that comes at you. Come at me, bro. All that negative energy that's coming at you, or just that's existing on the planet, because it is, a dense planet. And this book will teach you how to create this like cauldron in your like solar plexus area to transmute and alchemize that energy into like usable positive energy, because, energy is energy. We as humans like to, call it either positive or negative, but really this is you transmuting anything you deem negative into something that will not only, not be bothering you anymore, but you're going to use it as that mulch and fertilizer to really fuel this rebirth of yourself. It's so powerful. Okay, one closing message, word of advice or wisdom for Silence Within, please. And that is our last donation for the day. So if anyone else would like a guaranteed read, you can send your donation now or in the very near future, and we'll get into that. Otherwise, I'm going to go work on the daily messages for my Harmony Portal Tarot channel. And fun fact, right as we went live here, there's a brand new pick a card over on Harmony Portal Tarot, in addition to the daily message that you get every day. So 2 days a week, you will get 2 videos that day from me. And every day of the week, you will get a daily message on Harmony Portal Tarot. And the one that dropped today is called The Good News. Pick a card, what good news is coming your way, which we could all do with a little good news in our lives. All right, one closing message, please, for Silence Within. Here it is. Ooh, love the ones you're with. Okay, so it says, as if this were your last day on earth, give 100% of your gifts to the project or person in front of you now. Stop waiting to exhale. Though your circumstances may not be perfect, consider this to be permission to give all the love you've got to the ones you're with. Yeah, and that really does go with this death and rebirth energy of, reinventing yourself, but not to some inauthentic version of you. This is just allowing those inauthentic versions of you to slough away to get to the heart of who you truly are, Silence Within, and, almost treating each day like it is your last day on earth, and really squeezing the last bit of good juice out of that to really help you on your journey ahead. But you really are doing a lot of up leveling, a lot of transforming. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because it's not. It never is. On the human journey, it's never easy to transform and become a greater version of ourselves, but it is always so worth it. And every time we can look back to an older past version of us that is, basically dead and gone, we can really appreciate that. Yeah, it sucked. I had to go through all of that to become who I am now, but God, was it worth it? And that's what you're going to be saying at the end of this. Not that it's the end of your evolution altogether, because once you reach that pinnacle, you're going to have a new pinnacle in your sight. And that's the beauty of, becoming who we truly are, is the work is really never done, which could be both a blessing and a curse, it seems at times. But you're on your path, and keep doing what you're doing. Trust your intuition all along the way, Silence Within, because it is steering you up your beautiful pillar to your light, and it's from within. You don't have to go out searching for it. Although that being said, sometimes going on a trip or going in search of yourself is how you find yourself. Another book recommendation, The Alchemist by Coelho. I might have misspelled the last name, but it's something along those lines. It's pretty easy to find on Google or something. But basically that's what we were talking about with that magician energy, that Pluto energy. And the gist of the book is, you don't even have to go anywhere to find what you were always looking for, because it's within. But it's a beautiful story. It's amazing. Which I think I even have it over here. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Now we'll know how to spell his last name. There it is. Such a great book. I would recommend this to everyone. My son read this even when he was in 4th grade. It's for all ages, but it's beautiful. And such a great message. So, yes. I hope that resonated, Silence Within. Thanks again for your very lovely donation. I appreciate that so much. Very, very much. And all your donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July 2019. She's still in her camper, and we're hoping to get her out of that camper. It's probably not going to happen this winter, even though it's leaking and it's not a good situation for her. We're hoping big time that by spring, summer next year, we got something different for her. Prayers, hopefully. Oh, Brianna has donated as well. Let's go over to my email to read that. And we still have 3 donation spots available for anyone wanting a guaranteed reading today. So, super message from the great beyond, Mama Monica and my ancestors. Give me all the necessary confirmations and answers. Answer any subconscious questions that I have. What is my next step? Okay, I love this question. Okay. Mama Monica, all of Brianna's ancestors, angels, guides, everybody wanting for the highest good of Brianna. What does she need to know? Let's answer some of those subconscious questions. What is her next step? What has she got going on? What does she need to know? Woo, lady. Okay, yes, you are kind of in like a transitional phase right now is kind of how I'm reading this. You've already made the decision to walk away from something that once really fulfilled you emotionally, but you've walked away. You're already part way away from this. So this might have been even up to about a year ago, if not maybe closer to 5-6 months ago, somewhere in there. Could have even been something that's slightly smaller that happened more recently that you walked away from. But, whatever time frame resonates most, something in the past year, you've walked away from it. It was, at one point you thought, well, this is it. I love this so much. This is it. And then you had to walk away from it. Doesn't mean you can't return, because we have help. So I'm not sure if this is, okay. So Mama Monica, she's like, yeah, I'm definitely in there helping. And you've got other spiritual team members. You've also got people in your real world life that are just saying the right thing at the right time. And it's coming to you right when you just least expect it, but it's the exact thing you needed to hear. But this is also a card of collaboration. So it might have been you and a group of people that also walked away from something. And it's very interesting, because I want to point to like love stuff. I also want to point to like spiritual path stuff and just personal life stuff. But Spirit's like, it's pretty much all of that. It's kind of like Silence Within's reading right before this, how not just one area of life is being affected. It's like when you're down in one area, it's like the other areas feel down as well. There might be one area that's doing decent, but like it's not doing decent enough that you're like, okay, this can really help me as I go through the sadness of all this other stuff. But you're moving through this, much like what we have going on with the reading right before this. But this is, we're in the midst, we're in the thick of, you know, what do you call it? Eclipse season. That's the word. We're in the midst of eclipse season. So yes, these energies are going to be playing out over the next 6 months, but specifically between October 25th, 3 days ago, and November 8th, and even I'd say a week beyond that, you're really going to be feeling the tumultuous times of this Scorpio, death and rebirth energy of Scorpio. If you follow Western astrology, that's where this eclipse is happening. And then in the sign of Taurus, which is your foundation, your roots, your comfortability in life. But look, you're making plans. This is what's coming as a result of, there's been some tumultuous times, but you haven't been alone through those tumultuous times, Brianna. You've had a lot of spiritual help, and you got 3 and 3. So Silence with It had 2 and 2. You have 3 and 3. Look at that. So the number 33 might be following you around, or 333. You might see that a lot coming up. And when you do see it, just know that spirit confirming that they are with you. That is the number of the ascended masters, that they are working with you and supporting you, loving you, and guiding you as you move forward on your path. But there might be something you're trying to rebuild or build from scratch. Could even be something around your home. If you're not looking to move or build a home or rebuild a home or something like that, it could just be energetically you're looking to shake up the energy of the home, rearranging furniture, decluttering, cleaning cobwebs out of corners. I'm wearing my witch hat, the cobwebs, and it's Halloween time. So maybe right after Halloween, clear out those cobwebs. Just like really allowing the energy to flow differently around your home and around your body. So try moving your body in ways that maybe you haven't. Like for me, recently, I just kind of started this more like health journey. And I realized I just wasn't getting very many steps a day. So it's just my goal every day to get 10,000 steps. Even if that's just me kind of pacing around the kitchen as I cook, like I'm getting more movement, and I have felt so much better, because a lot of times these energies will come in, these transformational energies like an eclipse or a portal point, or, just the solar flares, the Schumann resonance is going crazy, these, cosmic energies coming in. And especially if we're living a very sedentary lifestyle, we get what they call ascension symptoms. And it can be really difficult to, not have a constant headache or constant, digestive issues, or just be tired all the time. And you would think, well, if I'm working out, I'm just going to be more tired because I'm expending even more energy. But no, what I've found to be true for me in these last probably month or so is that energy starts to move, and it actually fuels me and energizes me. And if I say, sit for an hour at my table, reading emails, answering emails, making thumbnails, whatever it is I'm doing, after a while, I'm like, oh man, I just want to move. And like they say, a body in motion stays in motion. And that is so true. So maybe getting a little more movement into your day could really allow some of these energies, like energies that want to be let go of, that are just kind of hanging on. You can really get that energy flowing. And even if you are someone who works out or exercises in any capacity, you can set the intention before your workout that as you're punching a punching bag, or doing your cardio, or your HIIT training, high intensity interval training, or whatever kind of, yoga, whatever it is, before you start your workout, just set the intention that as I move my body, I'm releasing, well, there's that word, darn it. It's such a hard habit to break. Okay, we're not using the word release anymore, because means again, lease means to sign a contract. We don't want to sign a contract on the things we're trying to let go of. So allow those energies that don't need to be there anymore to flow. You'll set the intention before you work out or take a walk in nature or whatever it is you do. Even a salt bath or a shower, you can set the intention that, or even as you eat something, and I know it's kind of disgusting, but okay, just hear me out. So as you eat something, anything we consume, yes, our body will, take the nutrients it needs, but then it will dispose of the waste of what it can't use. So you can even set the intention with your food, your exercise, movement, showers, water, salt bath, self-care, lighting a candle, doing a ritual, anything. Set the intention that as I do X, Y, or Z, it is helping me let go of the energy that does not need to be there, and allowing me to integrate the energy that does need to be there. So you might be just really needing right now to find ways to really integrate this new cosmic energy that's coming in to help you level up, level up, level up. Yeah. So what else does Brianna need to know? Ooh, we got King of Wands and Page of Pentacles. So these could quite possibly be people in your life. And every time I pull this King of Wands, I'm like, ooh, he is fine. Is he not fine? So I'm not sure of your like relationship status, but if you are single, there just might be someone that catches your eye and they kind of catch you, you kind of catch their eye kind of thing. But if there is someone in your life already, there just may be a reignition of this passion or spark within the connection. This also can be father energy or mentor energy, older brother energy, whatever resonates most. But there's someone playing a prominent role in your life to help motivate you. Maybe even someone you're watching online is motivating you, and they don't have to necessarily be a masculine. This can be a feminine that's just very, go-getter, really taking action on something, and it inspires you to do the same. Very inspirational, very motivational, creative, passionate about what this person's doing, and you even might start to embody these qualities as well. But because it came out with the page, it's like you are starting something new. This could be a new project, quite possibly new relationship, new spiritual path, new self-care routine, whatever it is. This to me feels like, again, kind of like Silence Within's reading. Mama Monica and your other guides, I'll try to get a more specific message from Mama Monica, but it's like both of these two readings, and I think the greater collective at large, there's just so much transforming, so much that's transmuting and changing and shifting that Spirit's like, it's all good. It's all changing, rather than just focusing on, oh, just love life. Oh, just career. Unless, of course, that was your specific question. But let's see if we can get a very specific message from Mama Monica for Brianna before we close this out. Very specific, please. Very specific, Mama Monica. She never lets us down. Okay, wow. So we have Mindful, and this is group think. And I don't think I've ever pulled this card from this deck. I mean, when I initially get a deck, I will look through all of the cards and just see the prettiness of them, and I'll connect to them like as a deck, right? I've never pulled this card from this deck in any reading I've done for myself or anyone else. And I use this deck decently enough. Look at this. Yeah, so I'm seeing like the family tree. I'm seeing a rose here. I'm seeing the key. And it's very interesting because what Mama Monica's saying is there might be this like group think. Group think is just meaning like everyone thinks the same thing. Like, one thing with this would be like a political party would be like part of group think, or a specific religion would be kind of part of group think, or even family. I'm really reading Mama Monica coming through as this being a family thing. Like family might be draining you, or energetically, you're not really lining up with some of the beliefs of other family members. Again, not to say that like this is a deal breaker or anything, but it might have just been kind of weighing or making you sad a little bit, like weighing on your energy or wearing you down a bit. Just that maybe even certain other family members, it has really nothing to do with you, but like, some other family members are in a fight, or they're not really getting along, or it's been a long time since one's heard from the other, and then the other one tells you, yeah, they can't even call me. Like, it could be as simple as that, or it could even just be that you don't really agree so much with a lot of your family's kind of core, thoughts or beliefs, quite possibly. But there's a new foundation you're building surrounding family. So you're deepening connections with the family members that you really do vibe with, being very mindful of the family members on whatever side of the family. Could even be cousins, aunts. I mean, it could be more extended family than just like siblings and parents kind of capacity. But you're really vibing with the ones you are, and the ones that got their little drama, their little tiffs and whatever they got going on. I got chills now. So Mama Monica says this is very important for you to know, that you don't have to be that picture is in your mind. Yeah. You don't have to be the one to be the peacemaker or the mediator or the judge. You don't have to be the one caught in the middle of everyone's crap. You really don't. You can be the one to, literally take life as it comes, because you've got your own things going on, and you're allowed to take time for yourself, even if you don't talk to these family members for a minute, just to get your bearings and, what is it I do think? What is it I do want in my family dynamic? What is it I do want in life? You're doing a lot of just re-examination or kind of a review of where you've been, kind of checking into where you're at now and where you want to go. But yeah, you might even feel just kind of like a drifter, like I don't even know where to go or what to do, or even if you have a pretty clear sense of what you want, you're not maybe quite sure how to get there. But this is changing for you as a result of you really filling back that well. Because right now the well seems a little empty, or you just feel a little emotionally tapped, physically, mentally, spiritually tapped out, especially possibly with family members that you just need a bit of a break from them, or, just to let them know, hey, I just need a minute. Or if there are other family members fighting, just kind of do the Homer Simpson back into the bushes, like, okay, I'm not involved. Yeah. But this is you basically reclaiming your time and effort for yourself, for your own self-forward progression and development, and, not feeling so alone. And it's very interesting. I don't know what this means, but she's showing me you driving around town and stopping at either like a stop sign or a stop light, and there's like a homeless person holding a sign. I have no idea what she means by that, but there it is. When I don't know, I just say it and allow you guys to try to break it down and figure it out. Yeah, that's what she's showing me. So I don't know if you just kind of feel left out in the cold from people, or maybe this is something you actually saw the other day. I don't know. I don't know what she means by that. And she's laughing at me like, I'm just going to let you figure it out. And then there's the mother on the back of the deck. So there you go. Mama Monica. She's got a sense of humor on her, that one. But I always love to channel her because she's just got amazing energy. Let's just get one closing message. Anything else? Yeah, good surprises. Good surprises coming in. So, I mean, this could be any number of things. And because it's a surprise, we don't really need to know because it's a surprise. But there's a good surprise coming in. Quite possibly could be regarding a younger sibling or a friend or someone you know is a little younger than you that is bringing this news to you, or you're bringing this news to someone. But you do have 2 pages in the reading as well, and the king. But new beginnings, new emotional fulfillment, something coming in that is going to feel much more emotionally fulfilling and physical, like a physical seed or project or something you can plant and then watch grow by, nurturing it and loving it, watering it, keeping the bugs off of it. That's you taking action on it. Something you're starting or creating brand new. I mean, this combination could even represent pregnancy if that's something on your radar, but if it's not, it's more like pregnant with an idea or a project or a business or an endeavor that you can see and take the distance. There's a potential for that here too. Wow. And look on the back of the deck, Emperor. We had the Empress a second ago. Now we got the Emperor. Very cool. So I hope that resonated for you, Brianna. Big hugs. Mama Monica's always a pleasure, always a treat to have over here on the channel. Hey, Ethan, welcome. Hello, Crystal. Okay, so let's just see if I have any other donations before we close out. Okay. I don't think so. That was it. Okay, so hey, Crystal, if you missed the beginning, I did a collective reading for all of us. Oh, you got exactly what you asked for. Yay. Mama Monica, she's amazing like that, isn't she? I love her. I want to hug her. She's so amazing. A bunch of confirmations. Good. I'm so glad. This might be something Mama Monica's like, you're going to have to get a pen, girl. Like, you got to get that written out. So maybe you have to watch this again and take notes. I don't know. But I love it. I love it. Yeah, sorry, Crystal, at the beginning, I did a collective reading for everybody who would watch live or on the replay. If you would like to include your beautiful energy in that and claim those beautiful gifts in that reading, feel free. Yeah, oh, you feel like you have to take notes every time. I love it. And anyone looking for any further clarity or confirmation about your path ahead, over on Harmony Portal Tarot, it's linked in the description below. That is my new pick a card channel because my other one crashed and burned. So I had to be that phoenix rising from the ashes. So I have a path ahead. It's a very detailed 4-part reading on just your general energies of your path ahead, your money and career, your love and connections or relationships. Doesn't just have to be romantic, it could be all your relationships, and also your self and spiritual path, your self-development, self-growth, spiritual path. That reading is very detailed. That is over on Harmony Portal Tarot. And right when I went live about an hour ago, we also had a good news coming your way reading over on that same channel. And I've been pumping out daily little short little under like some of them are closer to 1 minute messages, others are closer to maybe 3 to 5 minute messages. Just kind of depends what needs to come out that day. I've been dropping one of those every single day since I started the channel. Maybe it was the day after I started the channel, but I've basically uploaded a video every day since I started the channel. And I was just like, whoa, you saw that in Chelsea Pile I mentioned. I had a feeling. I could totally feel your energy in it. And then I was like, ooh, you need to check that reading out. I think there's a message in that for you, Amber. And there was. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave you off here, but have a happy Friday. If I don't see you again before Halloween or Samhain, happy Halloween, happy Samhain. Also, I did say, oh yeah, I'll be here Sunday for the rapid fire readings, but I totally forgot that my family's going to be home that day. So we may do it, we may not. We may wait till next week. But whether we do, yeah, Sunday will be the rapid fire readings if we do it this week. If not, it will probably be next Sunday. And I don't know if that's something I'm going to do every Sunday or just kind of maybe one Sunday a month, or we'll just kind of see how it goes, because I could show up and it just crashes and burns. I just never know. I never know. But I'll just show up and see what happens. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think we'll just start that one out. If we do that on Sunday, we'll start out with a quick collective reading, and then we'll just do rapid fire readings. And I'll have the price point completely figured out by then if we do it this Sunday. If not, it'll be next Sunday. Yeah. So that is, I think, all I have for you guys. Check out Harmony Portal Tarot if you have not subscribed to my new channel. If you were subscribed over at the Done Creative main channel, I will be actually uploading something on there next week. It's going to be a new intuition test. That channel is basically dead, but, I don't want to let it die a slow death. I'll at least give it a little bit of love here and there. So I'm thinking maybe once every week to 2 weeks, I'll have a new intuition test on that platform. So if you would like to check that out, it'll be probably about a Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there is when that one will go up. And Harmony Portal Tarot's on and popping right now. We also have Patreon on and popping, and I'm going to continue Patreon into November. I might, though, thinking of just upcoming everything, might take December off of Patreon and then kick it back up again in January. But for sure, we're green light go for November. So if you would like to come join us, you basically, what we did, you for the top tier, I won't say like 14 things at once and nothing's coming out in a linear fashion. So top tier is $22.22. So basically the cost of one reading, and you get full month access. And for that top tier, you get a personal reading, which basically covers the whole thing right there, your money for personal reading. And you also get, this month, there were five weeks or 5 Mondays in the week, or in the month. So you got 5 weekly readings. And we are also doing a exclusive Patreon pick a card eclipse season reading. This will be the energies of this eclipse taking us through the next 6 months and what we can expect. So that's what you will get for that top tier. The second tier down, 1111, will get all of the above, except the personal reading will be a little shorter. And then the 555 tier just gets the weekly readings. So if you want to come hang out with us over there, we would love to expand our family. We've got 13 amazing people over there right now, and I can't wait to see what we have for the rest of this month and November over there. We have, not to say the vibe here isn't good, like I always say, it's amazing, but there's just something extra special, like intimate and homey about being over there because, I guess on a late live stream like this, we don't know who's lurking. We don't know, but we definitely know who's hanging out. And we even have Zoom meetings where we're going to do a Zoom hangout as well next month. So we're going to do the Zoom hangout, kind of chit chat, Q&A. You guys can ask me questions. Maybe we can all just hang out and ask each other questions, whatever comes up. It always turns into something fun. And we'll also be doing the personal readings. So you'll actually be getting a bonus next month. So if you want to join Patreon, I don't know. I think it's linked in the description below, but if it's not, just type in Patreon/The Done Creative and it'll pop right up. I'm definitely going to look into trying to change the Done Creative part of that Patreon to Harmony Portal Tarot and just get everything Harmony Portal Tarot from here on out. I'm thinking, but I will still keep the Done Creative as kind of its own thing. I just don't know what it's going to be. For now, I'm just going to keep it as kind of the intuition test channel, but I have a feeling I'm just kind of allowing whatever ideas or downloads to come in, what I can do with that channel to simmer, just because it is shadow banned right now. And I don't know if there's a way you can get out of being shadow banned. I don't know. I don't know. But I was just speaking a little too much truth over there and they shut me down. So I'm gonna try my best to put something over there and just see what we can do. But I will see you guys later. Have a beautiful weekend. I'm just rambling at this point. So yeah, it does suck because you think, okay, I see my videos, no one else does. I have a very small handful of subscribers that will see it, but I went on an account. Well, my husband just had a clear, like, signed out of YouTube, went on with no one signed in, typed in the Done Creative. It didn't even pop up my channel. It popped up like Gem Goddess, a bunch of other channels. And typing in, unless you have a direct link to my channel, it won't come up in search or anything. Unless you're subscribed, I think it will for you. But a lot of times I won't show up in their subscription feed or notifications. A lot of people are being unsubscribed from that channel. It just got so frustrating for me that I just said, you know, I'm just going to start over somewhere else where I don't feel like I'm already up against a mountain and not able to get out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so hard. It really is. Yeah. People still, I mean, I'm crazy pleasantly surprised that we're at 298 right now, 298 subscribers on the new channel already. And you would think, well, you've been advertising on the Done Creative, which has 22,580, I think, last I looked. But it's dropped by like 200 it's so weird. It'll drop, like, I'll lose 60 subscribers in at once. Like, it just takes them. They're gone. And then other days, like, 5 are gone. And then the next day it's like it's back up to 5 up more. I just don't understand. I don't have that issue at all with this channel or my writing channel, and not so far on Harmony Portal Tarot. It's just the Done Creative, where I will lose at one day, I want to say it was in July, I lost 120 something subscribers. Like, I pushed publish on my video, and then I refreshed the page to go back to my, like, dashboard, and it was down 120 some people. I was just like, instantly. Not that many people got the notification like, ew, I don't want to see this, unsubscribe. Like, that's impossible. It's so frustrating. So yeah, I just decided to take my stuff elsewhere. I'm still on the platform, but, like, removed from the Done Creative. Okay, like I said, I've been rambling now. I'm gonna leave. Okay, you guys have fun. It's been fun. I never want to leave because you guys are amazing. But have a beautiful, beautiful Friday and weekend and all the other things I said. Halloween coming up, and I will maybe see you Sunday if things work and, you know, kids are, you know, have an activity or something that I don't need to. There are days where I just can't leave them alone. They just want to yell at each other. So other times they are the best friends. So you just never know what you're gonna get. So, well, my husband will be here too, but, you know, they're just loud. They're boys, they're kids. It's okay. They live here. They can be loud. Oh, my youngest is dressing up as Monty, which is our University of Montana mascot. I have a photo of him dressed up from the parade. Let me go back I'll show you him. And then my oldest is going to be a Viking, but he does not have the costume yet. We're, like, fingers crossed that it actually gets here in time. It's supposed to be here today, but if it's not here today, we're going to take him and find something different. Why isn't it showing up? It wasn't that long ago. Couldn't have gotten deleted, could it? Am I losing my mind? No, it was before that event. Okay, there it is. Found it. Okay, so my youngest is right here. He's actually going to be wearing this hat, though. It's the more authentic looking. Oh, I'm getting a text from Inca Shoes. The more authentic looking Monty, and he's wearing this on this little guy here. So this jersey's very big on him, but he insisted, and he's got furry arms. It's hard to see in the picture. You can kind of see the little bit of furry. So that's Monty, and then Boston will be a Viking. So yeah, and I'm just gonna wear this. And then I'm going to donate this hat because I really don't have any other use for it besides Halloween. But I wanted to dress up this year just to be a little more festive than I have been in years past. But one year I actually did go as Monty as well because the kids didn't want to, and I'm like, well, why let a good costume go to waste? So let me see quickly before I go if I can find it, and then I really will go. I looked like a ridiculous Monty. I didn't have the fur or anything. I just wore black leggings and called it good. Let's see if I can go back far enough on my other. Good thing is I don't post too often over there, so there it is. There's me in the middle as Monty. Yeah. And let's see if I can find you a picture of the actual Monty so you know what he looks like for context. Okay. Come on, Monty. There you are. There he is. And I just crocheted that hat, the two of those hats that both of them were wearing. I crocheted those hats years ago, and they've just been using them ever since. It's a very hard angle. I wonder, show you guys a better angle of, I'm sure most of you don't care, but I'll just show you. Let's see, Facebook. Go back to my older photos of Boston wearing the original Monty hat, original Monty costume. He was so cute. It was so fun. He was only 3 and he was the oldest, and Wrigley wasn't born yet, so like he was a big thing. Oh, but for Boston's 5th birthday, we actually hired Monty to come to the party, and boy, was that a hit. And then I created this Monty paper mache sculpture, and that's still hanging in their bedroom. He's like popping out of the wall, all 3D. Tanya loves Monty. We know that. Yeah. Monty. We love our Monty around here. I'm like, I'm not a big Grizz fan, but I'm a total Monty fan. Not to say I'm not a Grizz fan. I'm just not one of those like diehard Grizz fans like you see around town. Let me try to find a picture real quick before we go. Those that care, of Boston wearing the original, because he wore it so well. And the angle I have of Wrigley and Boston at the parade wasn't a great angle of that. Let's see. Boston year 3, where are you? Here you are. Okay. So here's Boston when he was 3 years old, wearing the costume, feeling the love. I love that one. And I always had these intentions as to print that picture. I still haven't. I probably should. He's laying in the grass. Little Monty with his pumpkin. And there's the first 4 years of his life. So he was a sock monkey, then a lion, then a gnome, and then Monty. And I made these 2 costumes. Well, the jersey and shorts, of course not, but the fur. My mother-in-law sewed the fur, and I made the hat. I made the beard. And it was like, oh, she's so cute. I'm like, it's a boy. He has a beard. It was funny. It's like, oh, she's so cute. Like, okay. She sure is. Yeah, it was fun. I was like, oh, I don't know. And then look, his bear, he's still obsessed with this bear, and he's almost 12. He'll be 12 in March. He still sleeps with this bear every night, and they've grown to have, they each have 3 of these types of bears. And I actually have 3 more in my closet, 2 that I'm going to give each of them right before Christmas, and then 1 that's just going to be an extra. They're obsessed with these bears. They're the Wally bear by Gund. But even Nenny's the bear, he even got his, it's hard to see with the lighting, he even got his own little gnome hat and beard as well. That's when I just did everything for them constantly. I was like the Pinterest mom. Nowadays I feel bad that I don't go all out, but like, I don't know. I don't think they care so much that I don't go all out the way I used to. Aw, yeah, it was fun. We had so much fun. All right, for probably the 4th or 5th time now, like I said, I'm going to go. I really am going to go this time. I know I probably said that last time as well, but like, I mean it. Oh, your 12-year-old has the Raggedy Ann baby blanket. Yeah, I still have my Care Bear that my grandma made me. And, well, my first real boyfriend, like within a month of us dating, he ripped his arms and legs off. Like, what an was not a nice guy. But I still have my Care Bear. I still need to sew his arms and legs back on. I still do. That's how long that poor bear, since the year 2000. I can even tell you the day. December 12th, 2000. Such a sad day. But I have him. He's bagged up with all his parts. I just need to put him back together. And I still love my bear. My grandma made him for me, and she died. And so it's even more important now because it's not like she can make me another one. But she made it for me before I was born. And from like the time I could have any kind of attachment to anything, that was my bear. I called him Bear Bear. The one with the lucky clover, I had that Care Bear. Yeah, I had Cheer Bear. I called him a him though, even though Cheer Bear I think is a female in the actual Care Bear lore. My Cheer Bear was a boy, and he had a rainbow on his stomach, and he had this little pink tuft of hair, but over the years the rainbow completely came off except the one top part of the red is still there, barely. His little tuft of hair, I would, when I was nervous or trying to fall asleep, I'd just do this over and over to the tuft of hair. So most of that's gone. Maybe one of these days I know where he is in the garage, but maybe one of these days I'll show you guys. Oh, yeah. All right. Like I said, I'm really gonna go this time. Shut up, Amanda. Goodbye. I'm having fun though, hanging out. But yeah, you guys are fun. That's why I don't want to leave. But I do have work to do, so I should probably film the daily videos and then get some lunch and get ready to go over to the school for Halloween party. All right, you guys have a wonderful everything. I've said it like 12 times now, so I'm not going to repeat it. But bye. I love you. Have a good one. See you next time. Possibly Sunday, but maybe not.